So we'll see how this match goes now. So the first match coming in here from the semifinals, Team Xerxes versus can't remember the team name here. Oranges and Lime, something like that. As Blue Ashka, Red Ashka going to be duking it out here. The stun just missing here for the Blue Ashka, but Blue Ashka is going to eat quite a few M1s from the Red Ashka as they get healed back up to 97%, and it's a 93 to 97%. Blue Ashka hits it away, and I think their team actually ended up taking that. No, I think it went to Red Team because Red Team has a lot more energy, so I'm not 100% sure if that's true or not. But here's the firewall coming out. There's the bubble, going to prevent any of those big fireballs to come through. As almost healed back up to full are both teams, sitting at 86 to 89%. Very close match so far. The stun just barely misses. I believe the red team got that one, that's for sure. A couple M2s are going to hit. He falls back, ends up hitting one M2 himself onto the red team Ashka. Going to pick up a couple of those health orbs. Not going to get too much pressure here as Red Ashka jumps in. The ultimate is going to come out. Do we see a counter ultimate? Oh, Pearl actually ends up ulting. Wasn't able to get his ultimate off in time. He's going to leap in onto Pearl. There's the ultimate. She's going to dive, I think, and get away from that. But the blue team ends up grabbing that that sphere. And going to use the... Wow, how did she get out of that so quick? How did she get out of that Petrify? That is crazy. Did she maybe have her R already cast or something like that? I don't know how she got out of that Petrify so fast. I'm so confused. But did get hit by the Petrify. And it looks like they're going to kind of reset up for the sphere. Red team grabs the sphere. And not a whole ton of pressure quite yet coming out here. There's the Petrify onto Pearl. Pearl taking a bit of damage. She's going to have that Ignite on. She's going to dive away. Has her ultimate. Might be able to get a double ultimate as they're grouping up. Okay, they spaced out a little bit more. Actually, there it is again. Gets... No, the roll ends up getting away. Does eat the stun, though, because of that. There's a firewall. It's not... Unfortunately, not properly positioned for his team. And I think the blue team actually might have got that one. It looked like they did. As a couple heals coming out to put the red Ashka back up. They have about a 15% health lead right now, the red team. This is a battle of slow attrition right now, not a battle of complete brawn. As the firewall coming out, doesn't have to worry about trading. Here come the M2s, not going to have to worry about that. Can she push anyone into the slippery goo? Oh, Ashka is getting super far in there. The barrier coming out, will he be able to get there as red Ashka uses his ultimate? And the silence coming out from Pearl, he wasn't able to use his ultimate. What a clutch silence. And then Lucy getting pushed into the goo of doom. And I think, unfortunately, this might be it for you there, Fernando. There's the ultimate. She's going to get pushed into the goo. Yeah, that is it. Wow, that silence. Ashka just couldn't get back in. Ended up getting pushed by the bubble, pushed by Ashka. Ashka ended up then ulting. That was just a wicked combo into the goo. Sorry, I had to wet my whistle here again. And it's again the same Ashka builds have been happening basically every time. We see that the movement speed increase here, alacrity. I'm kind of surprised by that one. Interesting. I'm wondering why they picked that one. Maybe to just help dodge a little bit. I don't even know. I'm not real sure. But blue Ashka jumping in here a little bit. Red Ashka, blue Ashka trading. Not into each other, but into their opponents. There's the stun. A couple M2s. Not going to trigger the counter, though. So that is likely that Pearl will take quite a bit of damage here. The double firewall coming up. They won't be trading. There's the stun. Going to avoid it with the dive. The silence coming out does hit. And it looks like the red Ashka stole that with his stun. That was a very good play there from the red Ashka. Here come the M2s, but immediately interrupted by Lucy. Good job here by Lucy to keep healing up the Ashka and interrupt those M2s. That can be so much part of the damage. Good timing on the M1 to not hit the counter, but to hit as soon as it was done. As Ashka coming up there is going to hit red Ashka with the ultimate as they reset up for this. And oh no, they didn't get it. Red team ends up getting it. Those small little pushes of the orb made them miss. Here's the panic though from Lucy. Barrier and heals coming out, trying to get blue Ashka back up as much as she can. There's the M2s onto Lucy as she grabs the energy. Ashka grabs the health, and now Lucy going to be taking quite a bit of pressure. There's the water bubble slowing things down. Weren't able to get there quite yet. Pearl does have the ultimate. Is not going to hit as she rolls out of there. Very good play here from Lucy. Lucy, though, does get the ultimate from Ashka. Ashka not able to finish the kill, though, as the barrier goes off. Pearl taken down again very low. and pushed back very deep now as Ashka does not get the double ult. Actually, I think ended up missing both just barely. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think ended up missing. Good steal there, though, by Fernando to grab that orb. A few more healing orbs, small orbs picked up there by Binary. And healing back up now is Fernando. As Ashka, Blue Ashka, and Red Ashka kind of jumping into each other. The M1s are starting to trade. There's the firewall. No counter firewall coming up quite yet as Fernando taken down very low on that Lucy. The sphere is back up in the middle. And down to 14 health. Whoever attacks it next will likely go to the other person, but they end up capturing, though. Good coordination there from the red team. Here come the M2s. Not going to be able to get Ignite off on anybody yet. There's the Petrify. A couple health orbs. Grab the ultimate. Just barely misses. Flirting with disaster there. As the Goo of Doom is closing in. Lucy taken out. A barrier put out. And is again going to miss the ultimate because of dive. Jordan and Exploits take 2 rounds in a row. And this is exactly what happened last time here to Team Xerxes, and that is when Binary went nuts. So let's see how do they respond here. They have been down 2 games before, and it did not faze them. They were not worried about that. They came back and ended up winning 5-3. So Binary grabbing Conflagration, and so is Exploits. So they will likely be seeing more firewalls, which means that they will be able to get the, I can't remember what the difference of the fireball is called, but it's the fireball that gives Ignite. And Ignite is that a random bit of dot that gets put on. And anytime you hit somebody with an M1 with Ignite, you actually re-put Ignite on. So that is the point of it. And we see Exploit getting the first firewall out. Going to get a little bit of damage there onto Binary because of that. They drop another one. And some decent damage again coming out onto Binary. There's the stun. She's going to dive out of it, not taking too much damage. Pearl gets the silence, which is just a bit of burst. A couple of the energy orbs grabbed by Lucy. Lucy trying to heal back up, top them back off, up to 81 to 81%. This is very even so far as the sphere is about to spawn. There it is. The stun coming out. It gets pushed away, though, right into the red team. So the red team is going to get it. Petrify with a deadly inject coming in. However, the shield from the Petrify and the shield from Pearl is going to be enough. The counter ultimate here by Igniter going to be putting a bit of pressure. The stun just missing. Iggy having to space out of there. And here's the ultimate from Pearl. The panic, though, and she drops him right on the other side of the wall, so not going to be able to get some heals. Space is back very wisely. And look at that, using the bubble to stop them from being able to attack the sphere. That is so smart. And so they were completely unable to even attack the sphere, let alone even try to capture it. That is super smart there by Pearl. Good heads-up play by Jordan. As Ashka from the blue team taking quite a bit of damage, is going to try to relocate himself. Space is back over. The red team does get it with that stun again. There's a double ult. Actually, that time hitting both. Very good job here from the blue. Ashka going to dash away, dodge the silence. Dodges the ultimate too with the space. Very good play. However, the red Ashka now putting in a bit of pressure. And the bubble, boy, those bubbles and the firewalls making it so difficult for Binary to do any damage. It is just so strong right now as we're sitting at 54 to 54%. Again, extremely even. Lucy has a bit more health than Pearl, but Ashka has a bit less on the blue team, and a good dive away from that ultimate. So again, Pearl just missing. And there's the firewall from the red Ashka as blue Ashka leaps in, doing quite a bit of damage. The deadly inject does hit, gets him down. This is their first time having the health lead this round, I believe, as the barrier comes out. 31%, 37. Red team now has the health lead. The space in, trying to push him out into the goo, not able to, as you see a little bit of, I think, of panic there. There's the ultimate by the red Ashka, though, taking quite a bit of damage. Will Lucy be able to finish him off? Does drop her own goo, not the crazy goo, but drops her own and is taken out. I think maybe a flash there to push him might have been better. I don't know where she was at with her cooldowns or not. But hindsight is 20/20, as they say. And now Binary and Fernando are down 3-0. So they have not been in this position yet, as far as I know, in the tournament. As I said, they were down 2-0 last round. Jordan and Exploits playing extremely well. And I believe this is Team Canada. representing the North America very finely. As those M2s coming out, Ignite going to be on both characters, which is going to be big damage. However, he was not able to hit an M1 on the Ashka to keep it going, so it is now off. Already ahead about 10% in the first few seconds. The Petrify coming out, the counter isn't hit, but they have an opportunity to get the Sphere in the middle, which they do, which is a big swing, bringing them back within about 5% health. As the shield coming out, or the barrier, I'm sorry, the counter does hit there for Pearl, so she's going to have her sphere charged. I'm sorry, her spear, not her sphere. Which then, anytime she charges her spear, her attack does extra damage, has pushback, and silences. So double ult coming out, Ashka is going to miss, and so is Pearl's ult going to miss, as Ashka used his ult to relocate a little bit. A lot of damage coming out there from the Fernando ult onto Jordan. Jordan is going to be able to recover, though. The Panic come out. A bunch of M1s are going to land through that firewall onto Exploits as they reposition back in the center. The Sphere is one click through the spawning point. As another Panic is going to land on Pearl. Pearl is going to heal up, though. And it is now 70% to 52. This is the biggest lead that Xerxes has had. Gonna dodge the stun. Looked like he was gonna hit it, but ends up wisely getting out of the way. There it is, 14 health. And again, using that bubble in a way where neither one of them are able to damage the Sphere. And so basically guarantees them the Sphere. So there's the ultimate from Ashka, just barely missing. And a roll away again there from Lucy, not going to get hit by the Pearl. So 2 more ults missed here from the red team. There's a firewall. Great ult into the M1 to get the kill. The Sphere is up. Will Ashka get it? Yes, I think Ashka did get that. He attacks just so fast and just misses the double ult. Both of them use escape to not get hit by that. As red team Ashka getting dangerously low, 43% to 8% health. This looks like a losing battle likely, but you never give up. And blue team finally takes their first round, so I'm sure Binary and Fernando are very, very happy to get their first round. I'm going to take a quick look at the chat, guys, see what you think of this round so far. Pukin, yeah, sorry about not having the bracket link there, and thank you, Jin, for linking it. Not too much going in the chat right now, guys. Let me know what you think. Are Binary and them... Are they going to be able to come back in this? As you see, Binary saying Pearl too strong for me. And I was saying that Sphere has been really goofing up their damage. They're going to have to reapproach how they do this. As he eats a couple M2s, the silence coming out onto Binary. Binary using, though, the firewall to put out a bit more damage. Not able to hit those powered up shots. As already there's a 20% lead here for the red team as they got that Sphere. A couple of the small health orbs picked up. Lucy coming out to the side, trying to dance, bait out some type of spell there. Ashka leaping in now, going under the Pearl. Pearl relocates. There's the firewall. A lot of damage coming out, but then almost immediately that... oh, there's an ultimate coming out. Just going to miss, I was going to say. But immediately that bubble comes out, and Lucy does get hit by that ultimate. Right onto the Ashka stun combo. Oh, man, that was super deadly. A lot of damage there coming out. As blue team Ashka trying to put in a bit of damage here, uses the firewall, so not going to use the ultimate quite yet. Here's the ult, does not get the double, just gets the one, but the barrier comes out and protects Ashka for most of it. And he actually, I think, accidentally went the wrong way there, but does get the Sphere, but he ended up ulting basically out in the middle of nowhere on accident. I'm not sure what happened there for Binary. And Binary is going to be by himself here. This is likely going to be round 4 for the red team. I don't want to call it too soon, but 5% health to 58. 10% health now that he grabbed those couple health orbs. Dodges a stun. Here's the ultimate. Has one more auto attack, and he is taken down. So I'm not really sure what happened with that ultimate there. That seemed really odd.
Another victory, all thanks to me.
It just seemed really, really odd. I think he could have done that into the enemy and still got the what you call it, possibly. I don't know. I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to cast. And they actually move as fast as my camera does, which is a little funny. So good fear immediately onto Pearl. Pearl's going to have to reposition as red Ashka comes in. The barrier is on. The stun just missing, using the E to get out of there. Silenced by Pearl onto the Ashka. Ashka not able to hit those M2s. There come the M2s. The dive is going to make it miss. the space away, and here they're going to be able to get it again. Look at that bubble, man. The bubble is so good at getting those spheres. It's crazy to me. That is so strong. Fernando healing them back up. Basically 90% to 90% health. 2 firewalls are down right now as Ashka gets very deep up front. Going to push the red Ashka back, using his M2 to do a little bit of damage. Here's the ultimate, just barely missing both players, but is going to be able to heal up a little bit through his M1. 83% to 86%. This is a very close round so far as we have just hit the 1 minute mark. The ultimates both missing again here for the red team. That's been, unfortunately, a big mistake that they've done quite a bit, having 2 ults miss at one time, as Binary being chased here by exploits. Binary trying to get out of there. Spaces, but there's the bubble, and they're going to get it. Man, Fernando not able to get a hit onto there. There's the counter firewall, so not going to be able to do damage through that. And we're now at 54% to 80%. That's a pretty big lead as of right now, as the red team does have the match point at hand, as the ultimate does hit, silenced by Pearl. Oh, man, and the huge damage coming out from the Ashka, and blue team Ashka taken out. That is Binary.